You've watched 100 videos on personal growth. You've read the books. You've had the insights. And yet, here you are, still watching another video. What if I told you that all your self-improvement efforts are actually keeping you stuck? That your quest for growth has become the very thing preventing it? So many of you are stuck in what I call the growth illusion trap. And today, I'm going to shatter some comfortable lies you've been telling yourself. Before we dive in, I want you to do a quick self-check. Do you constantly consume personal development content? Do you get excited about new frameworks and insights? Do you love the feeling of clarity after a good book or video? And yet, has your actual life changed dramatically in the past year? Are you taking consistent, uncomfortable action? Or are you just getting better at talking about change? If that stung a little, good. That's how I know you're exactly who needs to hear this today. Truth bomb number 1. You're addicted to the idea of change, not change itself. You love those moments of clarity and insight. That dopamine hit when something clicks. But here's what's actually happening in your brain. You're mistaking intellectual understanding for actual growth. This is what I call mental masturbation. It feels good in the moment, but produces nothing of value. And just like actual masturbation, it's an easy substitute for the real thing. What you actually need isn't another insight. It's exposure therapy to real life, the messy, unpredictable laboratory of human experience. Truth bomb number 2, you've romanticized the life you want. You dream about the freedom, the adventures, maybe documenting your journey. But let me ask you this. Have you ever been truly broke in a foreign city where you don't speak the language? Have you faced brutal rejection dozens of times in a row and kept going? Have you posted cringe content that made your stomach turn and posted it anyway? You want the freedom without chaos, the growth without humiliation, the love without risk. That's not a life plan. That's a fantasy. Truth bomb number 3, you're still playing it safe. Even though you say you want rawness and authenticity, your actions tell a different story. You're still waiting to feel ready before approaching that person. Still over-planning your content instead of just hitting record. Still intellectualizing your fears instead of bleeding them out in real interactions. You don't need more mindset work. You need more embarrassing, sweaty, real-world reps. Period. Truth bomb number 4. You use high standards to hide insecurity. When you say, I want meaningful connections, sometimes what you really mean is, I'm scared of being rejected for my basic desires. When you say, I want to create something great, often what's underneath is, I'm terrified of releasing anything average. I struggled with this for years. I'd criticize other creators while never putting myself out there. I'd talk about wanting deep connections, when really I was just afraid of rejection. You're confusing perfection with worthiness. But the only thing that makes you worthy is showing up flawed and open anyway. Final truth bomb. You're not behind. You're just not bleeding yet. Real growth leaves marks, public scars, social deaths, ego deaths. The people you admire, they've bled for their growth. When you stop needing to look like you're growing and actually start losing things for growth, comfort, certainty, even relationships that keep you small, then you'll know you're in it. Then you'll know it's real. So here's my challenge to you. This week, do one thing that makes you socially bleed. One action that risks real rejection, real judgment, real failure. Approach that person you've been overthinking. Post that content without perfecting it. Have that difficult conversation you've been avoiding. And if this hit home for you, if you're tired of lying to yourself and want to finally break out of the loop, I made something for you. It's a free PDF called Read This Before You Waste Another Year. And it's not fluff. It's raw, personal, and brutally honest about how I broke through my own cycles of fear, avoidance, and mental illusions. This isn't another checklist or motivational pep talk. It's a mirror. And if you're brave enough to face it, it'll change the way you look at your life. Get it free, link in the description and top comment. And after you read it, come back here. Comment one insight that punched you in the gut. I want to see who's actually ready to bleed for this life. Next week, I'm going to break down the exact actions I took, step by step, to go from consuming content to living it. If you want to stop being stuck in your head and start taking action, that actually changes you. Don't miss it. Subscribe for more content. Until then, get the PDF, stop planning, and start bleeding. I'll see you in the next one.